1 week on the job, and the new Williamson County Sheriff Mike Gleason has already ousted 19 deputies and other department employees as he ushers in what he's calling a reboot of the department and its reputation.
Deputies no longer on the force include 2 involved in the death of Javier Ambler. The KVUE defenders highlighted several others as part of our ongoing coverage of the department. Here's senior reporter Tony Plahetsky.
It was a use of force that ended in the death of a 40-year-old black man.
Hey, big man, other hand now, other hand.
And ultimately triggered investigations that led to the indictment of former Williamson County Sheriff Robert Chody and other ongoing criminal investigations. At the time of the March 2019 encounter, deputies J.J. Johnson and Zap Camden faced no discipline for chasing and tasing Javier Ambler 4 times as he shouted that he had heart failure and could not breathe. Now, under a new sheriff, they have resigned as part of 19 employees who have been fired or quit in the past 2 weeks.
The majority of those people were going to be placed on administrative leave pending an investigation and leave with pay because we wanted to come in and do our own investigation. We also were not shy about if we uncovered something criminal that we would prosecute you. And I think a lot of people wanted to just move on down the road.
So have you been drinking anything today?
For months, the KVUE defenders revealed cases of questionable use of force within the Williamson County Sheriff's Office, including Ambler's death and the no-knock raid on a man's home, shown on the TV show Live PD, hours after he sat peacefully in court. Voters elected Gleason in November as the county's first Democrat to hold county-wide office in nearly 30 years. At least 2 other controversial deputies also have resigned as part of the transition. The now former sheriff, Robert Chody, hired Lieutenant Mark Loera as he was about to be fired from the Austin Police Department, promoted him, and made him a star on the show Live PD. Loera led the controversial raid on the home of Asher Watsky. Detective Lorenzo Hernandez also has quit. In September, the KVUE defenders revealed this video in which he attacked an alleged domestic violence victim after she hesitated to let him in her apartment. At the time, officials suspended him for a day, then promoted him 2 months later.
You have to treat people with common decency, and if you don't have the DNA to do that, you have no business in this job, you know.
Gleason said he also asked the entire command staff under Chody to leave, which he says was necessary to rebuild community trust.
We have been approached by numerous people in public saying, congratulations, we needed this new leadership. Thank you so much. Thank you for what you do.
We reached out to the state licensing board for police officers, and we found that Johnson, Camden, Loera, and Hernandez are not yet working at any other Texas law enforcement agency. Meanwhile, we also reached out to lawyers for Johnson and Camden, and they said they had no comment. Our efforts to reach Loera and Hernandez were not successful. Meanwhile, Sheriff Gleason says he has also opened several investigations into allegations of other officer misconduct during Sheriff Chody's tenure, but he would not release information about those cases. For the KVUE defenders, Tony Plahetsky, KVUE News.